my name is Dan Clark, and I just want to say again that I'm a 40-year, I was a 40-year Jehovah's Witness. I was in the Witnesses from birth. I was born and raised, and I left at the age of 40. And I'm doing a series this month. It's called The Things That the Jehovah's Witnesses organization, the Watchtower organization, does not want you to know. And I'm really excited and I'm really passionate about sharing with you these things because they're the very things that I used unintentionally to trap people when I was a witness knocking door to door for 40 years. I was a ministerial servant within the organization, and I went door to door every weekend, and I just want to talk to you today about how quickly anybody can be indoctrinated by the witnesses, and how this all works, because it's fairly ingenious, the process that the Watchtower Society has for indoctrinating people. It's some of the best sales copy ever written to entrap people, to get people in. And now that I'm outside the organization, I can see it very clearly how it works. And I want to just give you a quick demonstration today of how quickly anybody that's studying with Jehovah's Witnesses can be indoctrinated. They can be lost forever. Your children, if they're studying with Jehovah's Witnesses or they're unaware of these tactics by the Watchtower Society, they can be totally sucked in without even knowing it, just like that. And I want to share these things with you. And I also want to say up front here that I believe that the Jehovah's Witnesses are good people. I believe they've got good hearts, and my beef or my intention isn't toward the Jehovah's Witnesses themselves. I believe that the Jehovah's Witnesses people are just fully indoctrinated with these beliefs, and they live from them, as I did, for 40 years. And they don't know any better, so they're not trying to indoctrinate you. The organization, the Watchtower organization, absolutely is. And I'm just going to give you a demonstration here by way of one of their books. This is one of their books. It's called You Can Live Forever on Paradise Earth. So here's what happens. A witness knocks at your door. He comes to your door. He says, "Hi, we're Jehovah's Witnesses." And they say, "Wouldn't you say that by looking around that we see these earthquakes and wars, wouldn't you say that we're living in that time of the end?" And what do you say? You say, yeah, this has to be the time of the end. There's earthquakes and rumors of war. And so they open up the Bible and they show you that nation would rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom and food shortages, and this would be all the things that were happening in the time of the end. So what do you say? You say yes. And they say to you, they say, well, you know, real soon, real close is the paradise. And they show you a picture like this. They say, you can live forever in paradise. Well, there's the sales copy. We all want to live in paradise. We all want to live by a beautiful lake. We all want to pet the animals and have animals land on us. It's wonderful. So you say yes, right? Well, that's how sales works. Sales says, get them saying yes, yes, right away. Ask the most minimal questions. Yes, yes. Get them to agree with you. So then right away, you go in, living forever, not just a dream. Oh, it could really be a reality. And then they say, but don't you see this? And what do you see here? You see crime and pollution and hunger and starvation and war. And once again, they say that's the time we're living in. You say yes. Paradise, this is where you're going to be. You're going to live right here. Bird landing on the lady. You're going to be next to the waterfalls. You say yes. This is wonderful. And isn't that wonderful? But I want to show you something. I want to show you a little trick that they do and how quickly you can be indoctrinated into this belief. So they show you this, and they show you in the Bible where it says the earth is going to be a paradise and such. And then in chapter 3 here, it said your religion really matters, okay? So what they do is they offer you a free Bible study out of this book. You say, wow, that really sounds good. And just say, you know, you just lost they're at your door. The witnesses come to your door. And you've just lost your girlfriend, or you just got divorced, or someone in your family's died. Well, they catch you at the primest time. You're down, you know, things are not going good. And they say, hey, it's not going to be like that much longer. This earth is all going to be changed around. You're going to see your relatives again, da-da-da-da-da, right? And so they say, here, tell you what, we're going to offer you a free home Bible study out of this. Does this look like a Bible? They're going to offer you a free home Bible study out of this. It's a Watchtower study. It's not a Bible study. So what they do is they start in here. Now I'm going to show you how quickly you can lose one of your kids. How quickly. We'll just go over here to the 3rd chapter. And this is going to blow your mind. So your religion really matters. See, it's right there in the beginning. Almost immediately, they read this chapter. Okay? And here it is. Page 23. Right there. See how quick? Early in the study, they tell you the world's going to end, why it's going to end, it's going to be a paradise. And then they say this. Here's a question at the bottom of the page. It says, how might Satan even use friends and relatives to discourage us? Why should you never give in to the opposition? So what they're telling you there before you read this thing is, now that we've come to you with the truth, Watchtower truth, now that we've come to you with the truth, there's going to be opposition. Because they tell you right away, too, that Satan's fallen to the earth, and, you know, and Satan's here, so Satan's going to work through your family now. And here's what it says. Check this out. This is very early on, very beginning. Here's how quick they're going to cut you off. The family, the relatives. Check it out. It says, it may be that even close friends or relatives will tell you that they do not like your examining the scriptures. You're examining the scriptures through the eyes of the Watchtower. Just keep that in mind. So it says it may be that even close friends and relatives will tell you that they do not like your examining the scriptures. Jesus himself warned, indeed, a man's enemies will be persons of his own household, your family. Watch out. You're studying the truth now. Watch out. They're going to try to mislead you. Your father, your mother. Okay? It goes on. He that has greater affection for father, that's your father, or mother, than for me is not worthy of me. And he that has greater affection for his son or daughter than for me is not worthy of me. Relatives may try to discourage you. Wow. Do you know what that means? Say you're a person, you're there, and you like all this stuff about the paradise. You like the fact of knowing that the end's almost here, and you can live forever in this paradise. I tell you, don't let anybody tell you anything else. We're your answer. The Bible's your answer. The Watchtower's your answer. This is your answer. And so just in that paragraph, just a few pages in, from your study, from your innocently letting a Jehovah's Witness come into your door, just a few pages in, they're telling you already to cut off your family. And it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. It's a Bible study. And then it's another Bible study. And then it's come to one meeting. And then it's come to 2 meetings. And it's come to 3 meetings. And it's come to 4 meetings. Then it's come to 5 meetings. Then it's let's go out door to door together. And the doors, what's happening is while you're going in through these doors are closing. Because all the while they're saying that your parents, your family, they're part of the world. They're part of Satan's world. It's passing away. Let them go. Let them go. Don't let them discourage you. Don't let them take this truth Jehovah's trying to put in you. You know, they say the thing about the seeds. They said, Jehovah's put a seed in you. He's planting a seed, a Watchtower seed, in your heart. Don't let the devil snag it by working through your family. People, if you've got kids or family that are studying with Jehovah's Witnesses, it's not going to be very long before you won't be a family. They will divide. They read the scripture to them. Jesus says, I put a sword between the family. That's exactly what they do. You will not have a family. You will not have an open Bible study with your kids anymore. You will not have a discussion. It'll be very one-wayed. After you read enough of these books, you become fully indoctrinated in that way, in that ideology, and that's all you know. I mean, when a witness comes to your door, you really don't have to be afraid. He doesn't have a whole lot to say. He's going to tell you that the end's coming. He's going to tell you that in a little while there's going to be a paradise. We worship Jehovah. His name's Jehovah. That's why they're separate. Jehovah took out a people for his name's sake. Fully indoctrinated. I was 40 years waiting for the world end. Just sitting there waiting, not saving any money, not going to school, not going to college. Just waiting for the world end, not giving any charities, which they don't do. They give to one another, but they don't give to any charities. They're worldly. Just another thing that Jehovah's Witnesses do not want you to know. So I just want to tell you with all my heart, be careful. If you've got family, that people you know that are studying with Jehovah's Witnesses, do your homework like you would any other religion you were looking at. If you were looking at the Catholics, or you were looking at the sciences and the different religions, you want to investigate. Go to the internet. There's a ton of research. There's a lot of people out there that have been in these things, can tell you their perspective, tell you what there's all about. If you want to know more about it, I wrote a book called Life After Religion, Freedom from Beliefs That Cripple the Mind and Kill the Spirit. And you can find this at daniellclark.com. It's my website, www.daniellclark.com. And it's a great book. It talks about all these ways, the way that I lived, how I saw the world. And it wasn't pretty. I was dying inside. I was being shamed to death, like my father, mother. They were shamed to death. And I got out. When that shame came off me, my body healed, I could function, I could think. I could do things I never imagined before. Started a company, could paint. Miraculous things happened when I got all this crazy ideology off my back. All this religiosity, this meetings and consuming nature of that organization. So that's my short thing that I wanted to share with you today on those things that Jehovah's Witnesses, the Watchtower organization, does not want you to know. And that's the one on indoctrination. And that's how quickly you can be indoctrinated, so be careful. Talk to your kids. Educate your kids. Educate yourself and be careful. I just want to thank you.